Hello YouTube, and welcome to a long overdue update of my first saltwater tank. As you can see, everything's set up and looking lovely. Now the reason it's been so long since I've done an update is mainly because of funds. I ran out of money and then what I did was I set this up as a freshwater tank until I had the money to get going with saltwater. So over the weekend I set it all up. My freshwater fish are upstairs, took them all out, drained the water, cleaned everything, which took a lot longer than I first expected. But obviously, just looking at the price of live rock, I realised how expensive everything was going to be. So what I did, I jumped on eBay and I bought this, which is a 3-foot custom built marine tank with twin sump underneath. The guy I bought it from gave me all the live rock, all the fish you see, all the corals. He gave me some power heads, an extra pump, some test kits, food, everything you can think of he gave me. Now, I don't know if you can see, but some of these fish and corals are absolutely beautiful. I've got a pair of mated clownfish in there. He was breeding them before. He had them in a separate tank and was breeding them. This guy here, this big guy, I'm not sure what he's called, I can't quite remember. Oh, he's hiding from you now. But this guy is brilliant. What happens is when he gets scared or when he gets angry, he actually changes colour. So as you can see, it's a pinkish colour at the minute with pinkish yellow with blue spots on him. When he gets angry, his fins on the top, his dorsal thing I think it's called, sticks up and it actually contains venom, so the bloke told me. And he gets like camouflage stripes down the side of him, which is really cool to see, There's the clownfish. Now this one here, the female, the bigger of the two, is very aggressive and territorial. When I put my hand in there to move something, she bites me, she attacks me. I mean, obviously she hasn't got teeth, so it doesn't hurt. But yeah, it's quite strange to see. As you can see, them two get along quite well. I've got some crabs. As you can see, there's one just hiding there. Is it a snail? Sorry, there's a snail hiding there. There's some crabs in the bottom there. There's some feather dusters, but I can't see any of them. Yeah, a coral rack there. Some lovely corals. And then underneath here, I've got some more live rock in my sump. Now eventually this will be turned into a refugium, but just due to the amount of live rock that the tank came with, I wanted to keep as much of it as possible so that I didn't start a new cycle when I set this up. So I put as much in as I could. I've got some outside now drying off because there's just no room for it. He gave me a skimmer. There's currently 2 skimmers running on this tank, but this Bubble Magnus I think is the best one out of the 2, so I think I'll just keep the one. The live rock in there. Like I say, I'll put a light up here and I'll get a little grow light and I'll set it up as a proper refugium. Take some of the rock out and just have a little bit of rubble rock in the bottom for all the copepods. Then the one thing I really need to get, because at the minute I'm topping off by hand using a water container. I got a little mark on the sump there with some tape and I'm topping it all off by hand, so I need to get an auto top off for it. But no, I'm very happy with how everything looks. The only thing I'm not sure about is, I don't know if you can see it, all this green algae on the rock. Now when I bought it, all this algae was already on it, of course, because I've only had this set up now 3-4 days. I think it's hair algae. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. But as you can see over all the rock, it's covered in it. Now I'm hoping that this is just because the guy who had them before was overfeeding them. So I'll try not to make that mistake, and I'll feed them a little bit less. But if you think there's any other reason why it might be on the rock, please let me know in the comment section below. Now the only problem we've had since setting this up actually happened this morning. You can't see it, but there's actually a lid on top of this tank, and it's sort of like your greenhouse plastic sheets. Now I came down this morning and I couldn't see one of my fish. I was feeding them and I couldn't see one of them. I can't remember the name of the fish. I'm still not brilliant at it, but I couldn't see them. So I checked everywhere. No, couldn't see them. And this overflow box here is probably, I don't know, 3-4 centimeters off the top of the lid. And what had happened was overnight he jumped over and he'd made his way into there, and that's where he was, chilling in the overflow down there. So I pulled him out, put him back in, and I haven't seen him since, so I think he's hiding in the rockwork somewhere. But yeah, he wasn't very happy when I pulled him out of there, but fingers crossed he'll be alright. I've got one power head currently running on this tank, just that little one there. I did buy this one here, but I found that it was way too powerful for this tank, so it's switched off at the minute. So yeah, let me know what you think about my tank. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.